Is there a problem that you see that is sort of the main reason there are so many Catholics who don't practice the faith or care about the faith or know
Hmm.
about the faith? And just here in the United States, we're
Hmm.
talking really about 80% of Catholics. 4 out of 5 Catholics don't go to mass,
Right,
and if you go to the large urban areas, it's
right.
much less than that.
And worse in Australia, as we both know.
Yeah, worse than Australia. Yeah, and the funny thing is, America's numbers look golden compared to
Right,
the rest of the world.
absolutely, sure.
So we have 1 out of 5 faithful Catholics here, and
Right,
we think that's a cause for celebration.
right.
What's the main issue? Is there one thing you can say? Here's the problem.
Hmm. Well, as you know, I had the privilege of studying under Father John Hardon, who's up for sainthood, as you
Yeah.
know. I would consider him in the 20th century probably the foremost, certainly fundamental catechist of his time. And I studied him from 1989 to 1996. I was a young high school religion teacher, catechist, rabble rouser, whatever.
No, not you.
Well, I wrote 32 letters to the editor to the Michigan Catholic that were published between 1990 and 1994. Jay McDowell and I were good
Yeah,
friends,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and so I was doing things then. The number one problem is the lack of faith, and the lack of faith from the lack of catechesis.
Hmm.
Now I'm 60 years old, means I was born 1953, which means wasn't when I was coming of age, when I was 11, 12, 13 years old, all the craziness started happening.
Yeah.
11 years old, I'm 1964. I'm seeing the change from the extraordinary form to the ordinary form, and the sabotage there, what should have happened. 1965, mini skirts, the crazy rock and roll thing, and then all the hootenanny masses that were coming into the churches then. But the number one thing I would say from 66 to 67 onward, was not only the nuns not wearing their full habits, but the number one thing catechetic, and I think this is where the heart of the problem is, they stopped the systematic teaching of the faith, especially memorization, memorizing the creed and explaining it,
Yeah.
memorizing Our Father and explaining, learning how to say the rosary and explaining, answering what is the Eucharist, what is the Mass, that sort of thing.
It's caused. I mean, it's the damage that's been caused from that
Right,
just can't be calculated.
right. And like Father Trujillo, I believe, said at Nita, bad catechesis, bad morality, bad doctrine, bad liturgy. It just,
Yeah.
just like in a row.